call, the town manager was briefing us about some construction activity or,
Thank you for
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that. There was a question about what's going on the corner of Dillard Street and Tavern Street, maybe North Dillard. Because it is a townhouse development, you ever look at the zoning on it, which is something we deal with all the time, it's not entitled to put apartments in the R2 district, but you can do modest-sized townhouses of no more than, I believe, 8 units together, okay? By right, it doesn't have to get it rezoned, it's not a conditional use, any of that kind of stuff. So, Ryan brought, or Blackstone, or BlackRock Investments, I think it's his outfit. He brought to the Board of Zoning Appeals, and I'm gonna tell you wrong, but I think it was approximately a year ago, a Board of Zoning Appeals variance, because we have a pretty stringent policy or ordinance about the distance between the buildings. I think our ordinance is 40 feet between buildings, and the BZA granted it 14 feet between the buildings. They're closer,
Wow.
but he didn't have to get any other approvals.
And it's only 6 units per building is what they're getting.
Excuse me, 6.
Well, yeah, but you're allowed up to 8, but they're only going to do
And
6.
he's doing 6, so it's 12 units or?
12 total units.
So-
This is the Tavern in Dillard. Well, that's good, because I can tell you right now, from walking through the area recently, that we've lost population in some areas of town.
Absolutely.
You've said it for years, and when you go to houses that look like that's a normal house, someone lives there, it's got a red car in the mailbox, no one lives
And
there.
you can look right through it.
Yeah, it's,
Nobody home.
we've lost population, that's good news. Mr. Gunn's having good success with the BZA, isn't he? He's a frequent flyer at the
Two
BZA.
for two.
He's smart. He's smart.
He's smart.
I'm not sure Ryan's doing the project. I
Right.
think that Keith.
They've hired Ryan to clear or to grade it, but
I think Keith Hall or 4H Construction. Correct me, you know more than I do about it. That they're the ones actually developing the project.
Right. One thing I was thinking about, and I think Madam Attorney brought this up one time, and I'm sure you're on top of this. There's certain things that go to Planning Commission, and certain things that go to BZA. And the only thing that makes me a little nervous, and I'm sure it makes some members of council nervous, is if you find out increasingly matters are going to unelected folks and not going before the appointed so far everything that's happened I agree with. I think there've been good decisions, but what is the main determination between a BZA matter and a Planning Commission?
Madam Council, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you look in our ordinance, there's something called a variance. And really what the Board of Zoning Appeals acts on is my decisions as a zoning administrator. If they are in the impression that I have incorrectly interpreted the ordinance, they appeal my decision
Okay.
to the BZA.
Gotcha.
Second thing that they do is there's something called a variance. If you look at the definition of variance in our ordinance, it is a hardship not commonly shared by all the properties in the community or in the area or the
Okay.
block or whatever. And there's a specific reason why they're making their request. And their justification was there's a creek or a branch that runs to the rear of the property, not commonly shared by
Makes it
every other
unique to that
property.
area.
Unique to that property, and that's why he asked for a setback variance. It was the same variance that was granted to, if you remember Jason Walker, owned what used to be Pinewood Apartments.
Over in the corner, that's right.
Right, and he wanted to put another building in, but remember, there's a creek that runs through, and his setback between the buildings, for him to put a building, he had to change the setback between the structures.
Okay. Very good.
There are
Is
two
it,
requests pretty similar that have been.
is it in order for us to even discuss?
We've all signed the call sheet, and we're,
Well, I'm talking about coming up from me, being that I was on the side that did not win about Bauer. Is there anything that, we can discuss about that?
I sent out a letter today. I sent you a letter earlier in the week that said, my understanding that there was gonna be a downtown tour and certainly wanted to wait until after that. I spoke with Zach on Monday. He said he had a meeting this week or late one evening, and he would talk to his board, and called me yesterday and I said, man, what are we doing? And he said, no, we're really busy. We had a sandwich competition.
Right, they
He
did.
said, I just didn't have time and I can't make it, so 6-1 vote. I promised council I'd enforce it. I hung out as long as I could, and so you got a
So the Blackstone Tactical sign, Mr. Bauer will be getting a letter that the town's proceeding with enforcement action. And in fairness to the council, Mr. Bauer, it has been 2 weeks since that decision was made, so I believe that's right. Maybe more, 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
So, letter gets sent. And I sent you guys an email describing as much, and I appreciate your response there.
You did.
Sure.
You
We
did
need
right.
to prep because I know where it'll end up. So,
We might want to, it's going to be interesting.
Good luck with that.
Any word on
A
Barbara?
leg to stand on.
Any word on Ms. Thompson?
I would go ahead and start, you get.
Okay.
Here, but she, I just talked on the phone, she said she was coming.
Okay. The purpose of this call meeting is discussing a personnel matter in the bus shop. We are currently in open session. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel, and I would allow the manager at his prerogative to decide if the people you want to be in the closed session or that I defer to you on that if that's council, okay with council?
Make a motion that we go into
For personnel bus shop.
personnel bus shop.
Is there a second? Mr. Green has seconded Mr. McCure's motion. All in favor? Opposed? We now stand in closed session.